Stephen, a 2-1 victory against Portadown in the quarter-final of the Ulster Cup. Your team was laden with young talent tonight. What's your assessment of the lads' performance?
Yeah, listen, I thought it was an unbelievable performance. Portadown have come here relatively full strength in the senior team and obviously senior bench. So, listen, absolutely delighted with how the players conducted themselves. Showed real quality, but real energy. Which is what we've been building, and that team work ethic. So, yeah, listen, look, another game without a defeat, and that stretches our little mini run now to 9. I think the pleasing part was we 5-6 players that we decided to leave out tonight in order to be fresh for coming into Saturday. We had to try and plan ahead, but here, listen, the young lads that come in, they're in and around it. They're in and around us on a weekly basis, and as I say, this club's been built around a production line of developing from within. And when I was sold the idea of coming here, I was more than delighted to work with that, because you want to bring young talent through, and look, tonight they've all done themselves. The world of good. They were fantastic against a fierce competitor and a big rival.
Were you in any way surprised at how well the young players performed?
No, not at all. Not at all. As I say, they're in and around us on a regular basis. Talented boys who have a huge future ahead of them, and we're able to give them a production line here in terms of an opportunity to showcase their talent beyond the academy. So, look, doesn't surprise me. We witness what they bring to training every Tuesday, Thursday, and they're of a high quality. So no, it definitely doesn't surprise me. So I'm delighted for them, because what we see now, the fans have got an opportunity to see. So a pleasing night's work.
How important was it to score the first goal tonight?
I'm not sure. I thought we were very comfortable. Took the lead deservedly, so a piece of magic from Chris. But Jamie Dorn deserves a mention on the build up to the first goal. But Chris, magic, he scores the first goal and sets up the second one for a 15-year-old. Unbelievable. And Jamie very, very unlucky with his attempt that comes off the post and off the keeper. And again, we could have been out in front. But no, I think I was most delighted with the reaction to being pegged back. I think we grew into the game even more and became more dominant on the ball. And listen, as I say, a really pleasing night's work.
Stephen, the starting 11 tonight included Karen Wiseman-McGee, not a name familiar to Glenavon supporters. Tell us about Karen and his contribution. Yeah,
Karen came into the club, I think, last January, second half of the season, and initially came in to be, as part of the under-18 development side, and quickly grew, and it's become a mainstay at under-20s. Karen's actually from Dundalk, believe it or not. And again, no involvement of mine to why he's here, that's purely down to the work that the academy have put in. So Karen's come in and he's grew, and he's, he played in a pre-season game with us. He's had a few sessions in and around the first team from time to time, and yeah, look, tonight we decided we would give him a go, and it's just unfortunately he had to come off in the 42nd minute with an injury, but we hope it's not too serious, which we don't, on first view, and it's not.
Ben Wilson, you gave him his debut at Seaview a month ago. He also was part of the team tonight. How did you assess his contribution?
Look, Ben's a tremendous young person, and really, really eager, and you can see that in his performance levels. He's got high energy and real high physical output for one so young, 16 years of age. So, listen, Ben first caught my attention actually in the cup final at the very end of the season, the Youth 15 cup final that we attended around here on Gordon playing fields, and we wanted to slowly keep an eye on him. We would have loved to have him in over pre-season, but he was obviously part of the MUC Cup, or the Super Cup NI as it is now. So we had to delay that, but since he's come back, he's been ever present. He trains with us on a full-time basis. That's now his third appearance. That's his first start, and listen, he's been excellent, and I think he's won for now and one for the future, certainly.
You've already mentioned Chris Atherton. How big a contribution did he make to the win tonight?
Well, look, Chris has probably, single-handedly come up with the magic to score and assist on his so-called weaker foot. But like, Chris has made a massive contribution. He's played multiple games. He's started games. He's come off the bench at half-time. So he's played so much for us in a short space of time, and long may that continue. Because he's a talented boy. And look, for however long we have him, which I wouldn't think will be too long. We will enjoy working with him, and we'll enjoy developing his game, and we'll enjoy developing him into a senior player.
Your starting lineup included a number of the substitutes who weren't involved on Saturday. Again, how did you assess their contribution?
Yeah, well, look, DT was magnificent tonight. He's been magnificent anyway. We just went with a slight change of plan on Saturday, and it meant DT probably, undeservedly probably had to sit it out, and we said that pre-match, but he showed the right attitude. He came in and was excellent. Harry Lynch, obviously not having the best 45 minutes on Saturday, but was substituted, came in, and the bounce back ability and that real attitude to go and put that behind him, he was superb. Obviously then Snods got the nod. Snods is our Duracell bunny. He's one that can definitely bounce into games. Wardy obviously came on at half time. The plan was to get him 60, get him another couple of minutes. Top both of them were excellent. Obviously Snods comes away with the man of the match, and I thought Jamie Dorham was really, really good. Obviously he missed a couple of weeks with a groin injury and has come back and contributed off the bench in the last number of games, but I thought he was superb tonight. And obviously young Chrissy starting from the start, and then Michael obviously scoring the winner. That's our two centre forwards have won the last 3 games for us in the closing stages. So listen, that's what we brought into the football club to do, to score goals, and I think that's both of them now sitting on 4 goals already, and our highest goal scorer sat in 6 goals in all comps last year. So they're 2/3 of the way there with so much of the season ahead, and again they're really only getting into their flow now, because again Michael hasn't played football in a year, Davey hasn't played football in a year. So look, for us, delighted.
Does the performance of the younger players tonight give you a selection headache for the Ballymena game on Saturday?
No, I don't think it gives us a headache. I think it gives us options. We've had so much quality on the bench tonight. We'd so much quality in the gym. We'd so much quality running pre-match. So listen, we're blessed with the options we have. As I say, a big shout out to the academy here. The academy, I see the work single-handedly. I'm here on a regular basis, whether it's watching our 20s on a Monday or watching our academy train on a Monday. With the finger on the pulse, and look, the work that's been done there needs a special mention, because they're bringing players through the production line for us then to polish up and use as real options. So look, do they give us a headache? Well, they do in a way, of course. They give us real depth, because we only have a short squad, but being able to call upon 2 or 3 young players who have now, for me, passed their tests in the games that they've been involved in, give us real options for when we're in a situation where we had an injury crisis a couple of weeks ago, that you can call upon these players.
Winning tonight takes Glenavon into the semi-final of the Middlester Cup. Is that a positive for you going forward? Yeah, look, the message to the players was, if we can win this game, it adds another game to our season, and it gives all our players an opportunity to continue to play regular football, because, as I said, we were able to make so many changes tonight, and with that in mind, it allows players to play a lot of football over the season, which means you can keep a lot of people pleased. So we're delighted to win the game, because we want to keep that momentum going. It's habits that we're trying to build, and standards we're trying to set, and I feel we're slowly continuing to build that. Finally, Stephen, that's 9 games unbeaten. We lost our first 3 matches. You must be absolutely delighted with the way the team has responded over the last 6 weeks. Yeah, look, we're really, really pleased. People were saying it was a crisis, certainly an injury crisis, but look, I had full belief that this squad would knit and come together. We've signed unbelievable people first and foremost, but we've also signed really, really talented people. So we knew ourselves as a staff that we weren't going to probably come together on the first day of pre-season and click. It was going to take time. So I think now we're looking at kind of 9 weeks into the season with a pre-season, so we're together 15 weeks as a group. So it's kind of probably took to this time now to really, really knit. And when you watch some of the football that's been displayed over the last couple of weeks, well, even, as I said, especially the 2 derby games, to be in such control, it's really, really pleasing. Well done, Stephen, and all the best for Saturday's game with Ballymena. Thanks, George.